Targeted financial sanctions imposed by the United Nations or through local designations aim to deny designated persons involved in terrorist or proliferation activities from accessing funds or other assets through the implementation of freezing measures. Sanctions evasion is an attempt by designated persons to conceal their involvement in transactions or activities with the aim of circumventing the targeted financial sanctions imposed on them, either through the United Nations or local designations. The first step in identifying and detecting sanctions evasion activities by the private sector is through conducting a risk assessment. A risk assessment aims to identify, assess, and understand the terrorist and proliferation financing risks that the business is exposed to, while considering all the relevant risk factors such as geographic risk, product and services risks, and transactions or delivery channel risks. Risk assessments should be documented and kept up to date. Once the risks are clearly identified, assessed, and understood, reporting entities should implement mitigation measures to address high-risk areas. Mitigation measures often involve the application of enhanced due diligence measures, such as obtaining additional information on the customer and updating identification and beneficial ownership information more regularly, obtaining information on the source of funds or wealth of the customer, and obtaining information on the reasons for intended or performed business transactions. Sanctioned persons often use varying methods to evade the TFS measures imposed on them. These include typologies used to evade TFS related to both terrorist and proliferation financing. Common terrorist financing typologies include misuse of nonprofit organizations and fundraising activities to support terrorist groups, misuse of legal entities by establishing front companies that operate as legitimate businesses to raise funds, and using both formal and informal channels to transfer funds for the benefit of terrorist groups. In relation to proliferation financing, common typologies include mislabeling dual-use goods in export documentation, use of extensive overseas networks of procurement agents and front companies, and concealing the end user of a shipment by using freight forwarding and front companies. For more details on terrorist and proliferation financing red flags and typologies, please refer to the Executive Office's website and TFS Typologies Guideline. If you come across suspicious sanctions evasion activities or transactions while conducting your due diligence, you should report it by submitting a suspicious activity or suspicious transaction report to the UAE FIU through the GoAML platform using the most relevant reasons for reporting. Please refer to the UAE Financial Intelligence Unit's website at www.uaefiu.gov.ae for more details on the process for submitting an STR or SAR. For more information on sanctions evasion, please visit the Targeted Financial Sanctions section on the Executive Office for Control and Non-Proliferation's website at www.eocn.gov.ae or contact us on tfs@eocn.gov.ae.